Yo, it's the stashiest tutorials of them all, of all the tutorial channels. Yeah, we got the Vaporwave and Adultswim video effect tutorial. Of course, in Sony Vegas Pro, whatever you want. This tutorial includes a Vaporwave pack with something special I think you guys would like. And then we have the video effects, then the overlay effects, and then the Adultswim distortion effect type of deal. So yeah, hope you like that. All the timestamps are in the video right now. The Vaporwave pack you can download in the description with a decryption key, because you're going to need a decryption key. And that's basically it. Self-promotion. Check out my Shopify store. If you don't want to edit a video, I can edit a video for you real quick. It's very cheap. Check it out because I need it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, thanks. Oh, leave a like, comment, whatever. You know what to do. Alright, later. Peace out. Alright, so this is the Vaporwave pack that I mentioned earlier. The link would be down in the description. I actually stole it from someone else. I stole it from this guy. And yeah, you might need a decryption code to download the pack, but that should be in the link as well. Now in this link we have a little bit of overlays, like just overlays or underlays or whatever you want to do with them, like videos. We have GIFs of the Vaporwave, so we have like the heads and stuff. We have pretty much these. We have, oh, don't go back. We have pictures. We have all these pictures, very Vaporwave-esque, if you might ask me, at least. Yeah, okay. And we have overlays, right, which are actual overlays. These are picture overlays, so put them on, like make opacity 50%, click add, you know, make sure they don't go all the way. And then we have something right here that I think a lot of you would enjoy. Now I can't, if I open it, yeah, just download it. You have a lot of enjoy. I would recommend you YouTubing how to use this right here, whatever's in here. And yeah, I would recommend YouTubing how to use that. But this pack comes with all these. It has the images, GIFs, overlays, videos, and this special thing right here. So I would recommend YouTubing that, because this would help you out a lot. But I can't really show you on how to open it or use it, so I would recommend YouTubing that. But yeah, it's in the description. Alright, let's get started on the video effects for this. So here's my old video. For this, you kind of want to, it's usually better if you want to have an old nostalgic cartoon or nostalgic show. It kind of goes better, but obviously I'm not going to tell you how to make your video, but that's just my opinion. So here's my video, right? And my song. I made sure my video matches with my song. Simple. So that's my video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to judge your video. See how much saturation is in it. You kind of want to bring that down. It depends on your video. It depends on how much saturation you want to do. So first thing you want to do is actually go to color corrector, right? So just type of color. Go to color corrector 1 and then click remove yellow cast. I like to use this one because it kind of gives a deep purple, deep blue feeling to it, and that's just usually how Vaporwave videos kind of go. They have deep purples, deep blues. Okay, but I look at it now and I still see kind of a lot of yellow and a lot of brightness, and I kind of don't like that. So I'm going to desaturate a little bit, and I'm just going to go to my video effects and search up HSL adjust, and then I'm going to do quarter saturation. So quarter saturation, I drag it on, and that's kind of too much, so I'm just going to drag that up a little bit, and like right there, that's kind of perfect for me. So you can tell the difference from this video and this video, or this video and this video, right? Now usually with Vaporwave videos and these type of 80s feel videos, you kind of want to have a flat image, if that makes sense. So if you look at this looks way more flatter, even though there's blues and there's purples in it. It looks way more flatter than this does. and that's just because it gives it that kind of feel to it. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna quarter sat this, and then bring the saturation up a little bit to where I like it. So these are kind of the same. I don't know why I have two clips, just don't worry about that. Actually, I'm just gonna delete that one clip and then just drag this out so it's one clip. So all my effects are the same. Don't worry about that. So these are the first two effects you want to do. Make sure you have deep blues and like kind of a flat finish. Now another effect you can do for your video is have kind of an invert color, a flash of invert color. So what you want to do is kind of like find a place where you want your flash, right? So I'm gonna make it to where the first time the leaf shows up, and that would be right here. And I'm just gonna do like a little bit, so maybe like 5 frames, and then I'm just gonna still at HSL adjust. I'm just gonna grab invert color, do the invert, and it has that. So now see, that kind of, it looks nice, but it lingers too long. So it's usually, I'm gonna do like 2 frames, 1, 2, and then invert it. And then usually they have that, usually a lot of Vaporwave videos have that a lot. They have the invert. So I took it off because I'm gonna make it longer than it was, right? So I like the 5 frames, I liked how long it was. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the left or the right, the empty space of the track, right click it, insert new video track. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy the video I want to be inverted on top of itself. Then I'm gonna grab the invert color, put it on the top one, and then fade that out. So this is what it's gonna look like. So it's just not like all abrupt. And so you have this, and now usually there's a lot of invert colors in a lot of these Vaporwave-esque videos. So I recommend using those 3. Now obviously if you have plugins, you can use effects from those plugins, and they have way more, but I try to keep my tutorials without any plugins. Well, that being said, is I'm going to add the VHS effect to this whole clip, but I'm going to use the VHS plugin, because if I don't use it, then this video is going to take forever. But if you need help doing a VHS effect to it, you can watch my other tutorial on how to do the VHS effect with no plugins. But I'm going to use the VHS effect, or a plugin, that being said. That being said, I'm going to use my preset I have on it, and it should look like this. Now, why does it look like that though? I'm just gonna make a new one. Original, clean VHS, and then I'm gonna wrinkle this, make that faster. Okay, so I have my VHS effect on this, and this is how the video looks like right now. So you can kind of see it. The invert's still there. I don't know if I should keep it or not. I kind of didn't like it watching the whole video through, so I'm going to take that out. But just so you guys know, there's a lot of invert flashes in a lot of these videos. Now, with this video alone, it pretty much looks like, it already looks like a Vaporwave-esque video. You know, you can just use this video as itself. There's some more effects. Well, obviously, there's like 2 more effects I'm going to teach you, but there's like some more effects you can use in the video, and that's like a stutter and like a reverse effect. So a stutter is kind of like this. So we're going to use like the dinosaur walking, right? So like that, the start, and then I'm going to move these 2 clips this way. These 2 clips this way. I'm going to get this, right? So we have this clip, and then that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is, for the stutter kind of glitch effect, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to copy it and move it right beside it, and then move these 2 back to where they were, and then this is how it's going to look. And it kind of gives it that glitch effect, especially with the VHS effect and this VHS like, you know, wrinkle right here. It really goes well with it. I also did a reverse effect. So with this kind of effect, you want to have it where there's a lot of movement in one direction. So I'm gonna do it with the dinosaur reaches for the leaf. So it starts right here, right where they reach for the leaf. I'm gonna go back, cut that, and then I'm gonna choose to where pretty much right there. That's far enough. So this right here is the clip I'm using, right? This just in here, and that's the dinosaur reaching for the leaf. Right? Now for this reverse effect, it's kind of the same concept. I'm just gonna grab the clip I'm using, copy it, move it to the side, but I'm gonna do it at least 3 times. I'm gonna do it at least an odd number of times, because in the middle, so you have 3 of the same clip right here, so it'll have the stutter effect if I look at it right now. Right? But for the middle one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna reverse it. So doing this is how it's gonna look. And that pretty much, you saw it. The dinosaur went up, went down, and then went back up again. And it looks like you're just rewinding it and going back forward, right? It's just, these 2 effects are kind of just an added effect for the video effects. It just gives it a little bit more of a little glitch effect. You can I would recommend making them shorter and faster, because these it depends on your video and how you want it to look, but these, I think they look a little bit better if they're shorter and faster. Alright, now I'm going to do the overlays. So it's time to start the overlays, right? So I have my video right here where I'm going to put the overlays, and these are the overlays I'm going to use. I have them in Project Media. I think I showed you the pack, the Vaporwave pack, and it pretty much has all these overlays in it, and it has way more. Some of them are GIFs, so some of them are little tiny videos, and some of them are just pictures, like this PNG. I'll show you both. I'll show you how to do both. Usually in Vaporwave videos, they have like specific type of overlays they use, and the pack comes with all of them, so, or most of them, or just some of them, right? Some of them. So let's start with this PNG, right? So we have this PNG right here. Then let me delete all this extra space. Okay, so we have this PNG right here, right? It goes with the video, whatever, kinda. First thing you want to do is you kind of want to make sure it goes with the video. Now, a lot of Vaporwave videos, they have high saturation, or Vaporwave GIFs and pictures, they have high saturation, right? Now, that would kind of go good with the different, like, Vaporwave video with high saturation, but you want to kind of match the look of the video and the overlay. So, the video is, if you see, it's kind of flat, and it's not flat, just because it's way brighter. So to fix that is you go to the good old HSL adjust and click quarter sat, and it'll do that. But there's still something about it that's fixing it. So we're gonna go to TV simulator, right? And then I'm gonna use my VCR preset, which is pretty much my VHS tutorial on how to do the VHS effect without any plugins. I'm just gonna use that, and that'll give this. And then doing that, it kind of made the overlay blue and kind of made it a little bit flat. So it goes way more with the video. So now we have this picture, right? And it moves a little bit because of the TV simulator, but that's fine. And if you want it a little bit brighter, we can do so, but I think that looks good there. But if you want it a little brighter, just go back to HSL adjust and make that a little bit brighter. Cool. And now the thing is, with the Vaporwave videos, they have all their overlays either moving, like spinning, or moving across the screen, or just in the corners, but they're doing something. They have some movement to them. So since this is just a picture and it's not moving itself, we're gonna have to make it move. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it spin, because I think this picture itself would look good spinning. Like, I can't really show you with my mouse, but like that kind of makes sense, right? Not rotating and not like up and down, because we can do that with pan and crop, but we can't do this. So to make it spin, right, you want to go to the event track, make sure there's nothing else on the event track other than things you want to spin and like manipulate like that. So there's nothing else on the event track. So you want to go here to the left, right of the track, click this green, click 3D source alpha. Now after you do that, you want to click here to this track motion button, click that. Now you want to put your little picture wherever you want it, right? And I want it pretty much this is where I want it, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to the beginning of the picture right here. Also make sure this is clicked so this and this move at the same time. So go to the beginning of the picture right here, right? Make a keyframe, and then I want to go to the end of this, right? And then this rotation right here, this Y rotation, I'm going to turn it, and you can see in the video it's already turning. So I'm going to turn it, let's just say once. So if I have this right here, it'll turn once, right? And that's pretty much turning, but it's turning super slow. So what I'm going to do is this rotation, that's what I'm going to do. This rotation, I'm going to move this Z, nope, not the Z rotation. The Z rotation obviously turns that way. I forgot, pretty sure it might be Y. Yeah, it's Y. So you don't need the orientation. The orientation is kind of more, my bad. Your kind of orientation is more of like where it is. So I'm just gonna delete, make that 0 and make that 0. The orientation is kind of where it, like the picture is kind of, but rotation, that's where you want to do, obviously, because you want to rotate it, right? So keyframe here with 0 rotation, right? I'm gonna go to the end of this thing, and I'm gonna move the Y rotation because I want it to spin like this, and I'm just gonna move it about, I don't know. We'll see how that looks. Let's move it 720, right? So we go. I'm just typing 720, and then we'll see how this looks. Nice, and then it's spun 3 times, right? Now I can also just like drag this up all the way. Cool, and that's pretty much how you do it. Now another thing I forgot to do is usually with pictures and GIFs, they're sized wrong. So let's say you want to move this to the corner and make it smaller, right? So what you want to do is go to pan and crop, right? And then you have this, right? And then you'll do what you normally do, and you'll move this to the side. But you come to this problem right here, right? It cuts off right here. So to fix that is you're going to have to right click on the picture, click properties, click uncheck maintain aspect ratio. Now when this does, this is going to get like fat. So I'll show you how to fix that. Right? Do that, and then it got fat. So what you want to do to fix that is hold down Control on your keyboard, go to one of the sides, and then just drag it out to like where it's back to normal, and then delete the first keyframe and make it like that, and then it would be over here because I moved it, remember? Now you come to this problem, right? It's rotating like that, and it's not rotating by itself. This is because when you move the pan and crop, you have to kind of move this center point to the middle of it so it rotates on itself. But we can also make sure the pan and crop, so you move this, right, move the center, we can move the whole pan and crop to the center of this, so it'll be in the middle, right? And then it'll be in the middle, and then it'll rotate in the middle. But make sure if you ever move the pan and crop that this little white circle is in the center of your picture, if you want it to move from the center. If you don't, then that's fine. Cool, so now we want it to be in the corner, right? So we're just gonna make this crazy huge, and then we have this right here. Let me move these keyframes. There's 2 of them right here. So we have this corner, right? But like I said, the center isn't in the center of the picture anymore, so it's going to rotate around it. Like I mean, and that's pretty cool too. Like you can have it rotate like that. It gives it stays with the feel, you know? But I don't want it to look like that. I want it to rotate on itself. So move this, and then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger actually, so yeah, like right about that size. And then I can move this to the front, right? I can have it like that, or I'm just going to move it to this corner right here, so it'll be up here. And then, like I said, always have, here, let me delete that, always have this middle part in the middle of the picture, so it rotates on itself and not in a 3D format, if that makes sense. And I didn't move it. Hold on, let me get... Here, hold on. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, since this is in the middle, right, the middle of the pan crop, it'll move in the middle. If it's over here, the motion is over here. Yeah, so like I said, always move the little circle to the middle. Alright, cool. And that's pretty much it for pictures. Now to move on to GIFs. So I have these GIFs right here, right, in the back, and we'll start with the hand one. So this is how the hand one looks. Right? Now, I forgot that I have it on this layer right here, but make sure if this keyframe is just normal, then you're fine. You know, but if you have keyframes right here, like underneath this one, and you're wondering why it's moving, is because there's keyframes for the whole layer, because you move the track motion, remember? Just remember that. Okay, so usually GIFs move on their own. Someone else made them. Made sure they moved. Alright, so first thing I want to do is, there's a lot of saturation on this GIF, so go back, or actually since it's right here, put the VCR on it, gives it that look. Go to HSL, adjust, quarter saturation that, and that's good right there. It blends in with the background nicely. It's more of a flat image, and it has the same color scheme. Okay, so usually in Vaporwave they usually have 2 of something, and make sure you they have 2 on something on either side. You want to make sure your piece has unity. So if this is in the middle, right, there's unity on both sides. There's nothing here and there's nothing here. If you have this to the left, then you want to have unity by having another one of these to the right, so it's kind of the same. Or if you have this on the bottom left, you want to have one on the top right, so it's kind of balanced. If that makes sense. So you say you want to move this to the side, right, to the left. Make sure you right click this, properties, disable resample, and uncheck maintain aspect ratio. Like I said, it's going to get fat. We can fix that though. Hold control, elongate this to back where it's normal. Delete the first keyframe. Right, move this, and then move this to wherever you want. Say to the right. Right, and then you have that. So now what you want to do is you want to click on the empty, right click, insert new video track, hold control and drag this up here, and then you have that. Now the thing is, this isn't supposed to happen. It's supposed to be over here, but since I have this in this track, and since we moved the motion in this track, this is kind of opposite orientation. So if I right click, insert video track, and move this up here, this is where it's supposed to be. So like I said, be careful by putting things in here, because when you mess with this motion, it messes with the whole timeline, and you forget, and you're wondering like whatever this is. But since this track has nothing on it, this is where it's supposed to be. So move one of these to the other side, right, and I'm just using my arrow key, holding it down, and then it goes like that, and it has nice unity, right? Cool. And then usually they have things flying around, like from one end of the screen to the other, and to use that, I'm using this dolphin right here. So the thing is, this dolphin GIF is pretty fast, you see? But I'm just going to use it as it like flies from over here to up there or something. But I'm going to right click that, disable resample, uncheck. It gets fat. I'm going to fix the fatness, right? Click delete, and then right there. So I want to move from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen, right? But in a fast motion. So it's kind of too big for me, so I'm going to make it smaller. And it should be that small, that's fine. So here I'm going to move it to like right there. Oh, wait, that didn't work out. Move it to like that. Since this is the bottom left of the screen, it should be right here. Move it here to the top left of the screen, like right there. So we'll look at this. I mean, it's really fast, you can't really tell that it's moving, but they usually have a lot of that, and it depends on your overlay and your GIF and what it is. You know, it'll really pans fast. You can also put the VCR effect on this. I'm pretty sure people can't tell what it is because it's so fast. But to fix the fastness, you can either double this since it's a GIF, right? And then render this out. Okay, so before you move the pan crop, put the effects on it, then keep just like making this, and then render this out as its own video, then come back and you pretty much have your own GIF, and then just chroma key it and put it on there. But if you don't want to do all that, you can kind of elongate it, and hopefully it will, like, hopefully it'll be longer, so it'll look like that. See, and it's still kind of fast, but it was way longer than it was, so we'll have that right here. And yeah, that's pretty much the overlays for PNGs. And alright, so now it's kind of the Adultswim portion, like the kind of distortion portion of the tutorial. I don't know how to say it. Adultswim uses it a lot. It kind of distorts the, you know, whatever image it would, but like in a certain form. So it's pretty much, it's just one thing you have to do, and it's pretty much you do it to an overlay. So if you skip the overlay tutorial, I'm pretty sure you already know how to do overlays. So you have this overlay right here, right? If you watch the whole tutorial, you know how to do this overlay. So where you want your distortion at, you want to put and the form, it's pretty much an overlay. So you want to have that overlay where you want it, put it. So I'm going to use these two overlays, right? I'm going to have the hands be the distortion. So what this is, it's a track effect. So make sure there's nothing else on the track that you want, unless you want them to be distorted like that. So we'll show. So I think I used the heads in this, right? I used the heads, right? I'm just gonna use them right here. So these are the head overlay. Okay, so these are the head overlays, right? So the way the distortion works is you want to go to the left over here, click the green, click custom, and you know how to do Vegas displacement map, click add, click OK. Now when you first do this, you'll have your distortion, right? The thing is, it kind of messes up your whole video like this, and it moves it to the side. So what we want to do is click this down arrow, click alpha scale disabled, and it kind of almost brings it back to where it was normally. Okay, so you might be wondering why this one is distorted and this one isn't. That's because I did it to this bottom layer and I didn't do this top layer. Now it also has these lines, which I like because of the VCR effect I put on it. So if I take out the VCR effect, right, it doesn't do the lines, but I kind of like the lines. So same thing if you want the top one. Go to the left, click the screen, click Custom, Vegas Displacement Map, click Add, click OK. Now, not reset to none, but I'm gonna alpha scale. There we go. And that's pretty much it for the distortion. Now you can also use, like, if you have plugins, like I have this fisheye distortion, or this like elliptical distortion. A lot of sapphire, which you might have now because it's in the pack, will have a lot of distortion effects in it, and you can kind of just drag that on, like this bubble one. If I do it like that, or this one isn't a good example, so let's say like warp bubbles, right? Put that right here. Right, and then you kind of just mess with it, and you can kind of distort it way more than it needs to be. Whoa. Right, just do that a little bit. And pretty much just mess with the effects, mess with these distort effects, warp perspective, warp magnify, warp fisheye. So we have the zoom. So that's basically it for the tutorial. Please leave a like and comment. You don't even need to subscribe. Just leave a like and comment. Check out my my Shopify store because I really need it. If you want a video, if you don't want to edit a video, I could edit a video for you for pretty cheap, like super cheap. Cool. Thanks for watching the video, I guess. Alright, peace out. Later.